happened all.
Well, it helped that he also got a frag just seconds before.
Right, right.
But here, look at his LG. I mean, it's
yeah,
like that's really wide, and like, to me, like that's the difference between the two. You know, it's 0-4 probably would have output enough damage to kill off his opponent, whereas CZM had to wait until Z4 rounded the red armor staircase.
Yeah.
You know, and it's those differences that really, I think, are separating these two. Oh, he walks into one nade, and then Z4 is waiting on the other side of the teleporter. Good night. Let's see here. Again, Z4's lightning gun better. Well, actually, what is the lightning gun accuracy for 0-4 right now?
Right now, 0-4 sitting at 26.6% accuracy. Not all that great. And Cesium is actually above him with 29% accuracy, but it's about 220 hits with lightning gun from Z4 and only about 89 from CZM. So even though CZM's more accurate, he hasn't output nearly as much damage with it.
God, I wish those stats were in Quake Live.
Me too. I love them.
Like, especially the, you know, the damage output.
Yeah.
For a hit, because like because accuracies almost mean nothing unless you have the context of how much a weapon's been used.
Right.
You know, so God, I really hope that changes at some point.
And yeah, well, 0-4 for having, you know, not the best lightning gun accuracy, has gotten about half of his frags with the LG, of course, and now he's down to 100 health himself. Is that yellow armor even available? Yes, it is, but CZM doesn't get the shot before 0-4 gets it picked up, and nades for the win.
Yeah.
And look at that timing too, 0-4 picking up red armor right after that frag. That opens up the entire map, and yeah, 0-4, he's back in charge. CZM is actually looking a little choked up at the geometry there.
Yeah. But you know, the frag before this one at yellow armor, the one that happened, or the chase that was happening over near Mega Health, as 0-4 rounded that corner, he hugged it perfectly, and that enabled him to dodge a rocket that was whizzing past his ear. And I was thinking about something we were watching earlier, some of the newer players or less well-known players, and I made a comment about how one of the players we were watching, I can't remember who it was, but they were taking corners wide, like, you know, they would round a corner and take it wide, and they'd eat a rocket 9 times out of 10, because that's where a defensive rocket's going to go, right?
And you have your back up against the wall 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, and so my hope is that they, you know, if they happen to watch these demos or the VODs, they'll notice, you know, how those little changes in your movement can be really helpful to, you know, to newer players as they're kind of learning ways to survive longer. Take a tip from Z4. That's definitely a good person to take a tip from.
For sure, but that's going to be 30-10, and at first I was like, okay, 20-point comeback in 4 minutes. Go, CZM, go. But his play really hasn't changed up that much over the past couple minutes here. He's mostly been trying to throw off these defensive rails, but all the time eating a lot of shaft, eating a lot of rockets, so that 9 times out of 10, after his frag, he's very, very weak off of it. And also because he's staging his attacks from the yellow armor side of the map, he has to spend a considerable amount of time to get back to Mega, back to Red. So he's not really able to be very snappy off of those frags in order to get any kind of armor control.
That was a nice find right there. You know, I almost wish there were another 10 minutes in this match. Like, seriously. Just let CZM warm up, guys. This is just practice.
Just keep playing, guys. We'll just watch.
Oh God, seriously. I would watch this all day long.
First it's going to be Dancing Bears, and then it's going to be these guys. We're so busted.
Switch over to 0-4's point of view as he gets harried by CZM trying to corner him. He finds a teleporter exit to save his life. Just a mere 3 minutes left to go. CZM finds frag number 13.
And I'm kind of, yeah, likewise, I'm kind of sorry that the time is running down the way it is. I mean, 0-4, it's almost been a little bit surprising because when he was playing Circa, he was looking very, very lax. I mean, I was like, either he's reserving everything, or, you know, he's just not really bringing his A game to this tonight. Well, apparently now we have an answer. And it looks like we could be seeing 0-4 Rafa in the upper bracket final. But all of that will be tomorrow by the look of it.
Yeah. I think that's going to be how it's going to play out. And that should start again at 3 p.m. Eastern, so the same time this stream started today. Make sure to point your browsers to Tasty Spleen TV and Quake Live TV. We're going to keep the Tasty Spleen embed in place for easy find for the Quake community.
And I appreciate that I've been able to take advantage of your hardware for this as well.
Sure.
Thank you, man.
Well,
it's been very
these
generous.
are games I want to see. So,
yeah, yeah, totally.
Might as well have the best seat in the house. Oh,
it's
man.
called synergy.
Like, honestly, 0-4, would you stop messing with the Quake 3 code and giving yourself all these great spawns?
It's a spawn zen, man.
Really?
You have to be the spawn system.
Seriously, if he gets a frag here, no.
Oh, very
Alright,
nice.
finally. Thank you.
He was looking for it, though. But no, I mean, all he's doing is like, okay, with random spawns, the random number has to come off of a seed. I can clock that seed, and then, okay, seed equals blah, 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 run a few math. Okay, if I die right here, I'm going to spawn right here. I got this. I got this.
It's just math.
Yeah. It's the kind of shit that got John Carmack kicked out of casinos.
We're going to wind this down, final 30 seconds, and CZM will be toppled 2 maps. 0-4 moves on, and as Jahar said, that makes the likelihood of seeing Rafa and 0-4 pretty darn strong. So we've got Rafa versus Walter going on tomorrow. I think that's been delayed till tomorrow. And that will set us up for the first semifinal, which will be 0-4 versus the winner of Rafa Walter.
Yep.
And then, of course, we'll have a couple of lower bracket games to burn through before we can figure out that second semifinal.
Absolutely, and I think quite a few of those will get played off tonight, but it has been a long, long day here, and tomorrow's also going to be rather lengthy as well. But one more time before we sign off, I do want to go ahead and say that if Quake 3 is really your thing, if Urban Terror is really your thing, if you're one of those people, and I have nothing against Quake Live. I love Quake Live. Greased obviously loves Quake Live. QuakeLive.tv, we love it all. But if you're one of those Quake Live naysayers who wants to see more Quake 3, more CPM, more of that, then this is the place to see it happen. And if you want to see more coverage of these kind of events, then your support would be greatly, greatly appreciated. Not only for the fact that we can do more and justify more time for it, but because the stream itself will be mo better, higher production quality, all that jazz. So it's really a way to put your favorite game, no matter what it may be, especially if it's Quake 3, up on the highest possible pedestal for online broadcasting. Something that, you know, has been in existence for quite a while, but, you know, GTV and Shoutcast, we did a little bit of that last Sunday, but we have really taken it upon ourselves to take things to the next level. And really, it's been only over the past couple of years that it's even been possible to do it on the cheap so that amateurs like Greased and I can do this regularly and cheaply. Yeah, I think this is still a pretty good place to close off. I mean, we're going to be able to start with some really sweet matches tomorrow, and they will not stop until we have ourselves a winner. So thanks to AG. Thank you, Grease, for being on here today and sticking it out. Tomorrow is going to be a full day. So don't forget to support TastySpleen.tv, your place. I mean, we've always been kind of I don't want to say sister because we're all dudes except for, you know, Rotten Rose and Nikki and everybody. But really the brother company to QuakeLive.tv, doing everything else, be it Quake 2, Quake 3, you know, Urban Terror, Warsaw, whatever. If it came from John Carmack's loins, we are more than happy to give it a lip service.
Yeah, you would give his loins lip service, wouldn't you?
For $1.
Tomorrow we're going to pick up with the third round game of Rafa Walter, and then that should set us up for the semifinals, a couple of lower bracket games, and then, of course, the final. And big thanks to these guys for putting this thing together. I want to give a shout out to these guys. Let's see, Maverick Servers is their sponsor, I believe, and they've been able to put together all the servers that we've been sporting today throughout the course of this tournament. I want to say thank you to the makers of Challenge, who've made a great bracket system. Thank you very much. I want to say thank you to the following AG staff members. We got Vorb, Wally,
Yellow.
Let's see, Chill Out, Exile. Let's see, Cynic, Super Jake, Yellow, Zerulus, and Lancer. Did I miss anybody?
I didn't know they'd expanded so much so quickly. Jeez.
Yeah. Okay, Lancer says, I'm not part of AG, I'm just tagged up as one.
Oh, okay.
Right, fine. So not Lancer. Don't thank him. In fact, just go to his house and leave a bag of shit on his doorstep, because he's not part of AG.
I'll bring the matches.
Okay, Lancer's part of Apocalypse Gaming, which is not the same thing as Anima Gaming, but he's tagged up the same way.
You're a phony. Yeah.
You're a fat phony. All
right, guys. We will see you tomorrow. Catch you all on the flip side. Radio is already back up and running, so feel free to enjoy the Fragtastic tunes on TastySpleen.tv. Thank you, Greased. Thank you, everybody else. See you guys later. Hey, a cigar. Cool. I love Quake 3.